Good morning, everyone. This is Shorty from Drop the Mic. Coming back to you with another segment. And this segment is called Still Here Surviving Alcohol Poisoning. This story is my experience, a real life journey through alcohol poisoning, survival, and the lessons I learned along the way. I share it not for sympathy or attention, but so others can understand the dangers of alcohol and recognize that life can change in an instant. My hope is that by reading this, someone will pause, reconsider, and choose life. So before that night, my drinking did not look extreme. There was no wild parties, no rock bottom scenes, no daily bottles. It was just wine here and there. A glass. Sometimes more, sometimes alone, sometimes with others. Nothing that felt dangerous. Nothing that seemed like it could take my life. This is what makes this story important. I did not think of myself as someone with a problem. I did not wake up each morning planning to drink. I did not expect alcohol to become the thing that almost killed me. It was ordinary, it was casual, it was familiar, and that is exactly how it became dangerous. I drank the way many people do, to relax, to take the edge off, to quiet my thoughts, to get through certain days. There was no moment where I said, this is the night everything changes. There was only another evening that felt normal, another decision that felt harmless, another glass that did not seem like it mattered. Looking back now, I understand something I did not understand then. Alcohol does not always announce its danger. Sometimes it arrives quietly, wrapped in routine. That was my life before that night. Nothing dramatic, nothing extreme, just wine here and there, and no idea how close I was to losing everything. The decisions. It was my 21st birthday. I did not want anything wild. I did not want chaos. I just wanted to hang out, chill, and celebrate the way people do when they turn 21. It felt like a milestone, a moment that was supposed to be happy, simple, and safe. There was nothing reckless in my intention. I was not trying to escape my thought. I was not trying to destroy myself. I was just trying to enjoy the day. Alcohol was part of that celebration. It felt expected. It felt normal. And it felt like what you are supposed to do. Looking back now, I see how powerful that expectation is. How quietly it pushes you. How it makes you trust something you do not fully understand. At the time, I did not think about limits. I did not think about danger. I did not think about how quickly a body can cross a line it cannot come back from. Sorry. I thought I was just celebrating. That is the truth of that night. My intentions were harmless, but the consequences were not. The beginning of the collapse. Well, we were down the hill from my house where I was living at the time. It was daytime. The sun was still up. A few friends were there. We were just hanging out and drinking. Nothing about it felt dangerous. There was no dark mode, no sense that anything was wrong. It was daylight, laughter, conversation, and that the feeling that this was just part of celebrating my birthday. The kind of moment people look back on and call good times. This is what makes this part so unsettling now. Alcohol does not always wait for night. It does not always come with warning signs that are loud or obvious. Sometimes it enters your life in the middle of an ordinary afternoon with people you trust in a place you feel safe. As the drinking continued, my body began crossing a line I did not even know existed. At the time, I could not feel the danger the way I understand it now. I did not recognize the signals. I did not know how close I was to losing control. Sometimes it starts quietly inside the body long before the mind catches up. Number 4, the collapse. At some point, I drank half a pint of Henny liquor. At first, it tasted nasty. It burned. It did not feel good going down, but then something changed. The burn faded. The taste started to mellow out. My body began to adjust in a way that felt almost comforting, almost easy. This is the part people do not talk about enough. How danger does not always feel dangerous at the beginning. What I did not understand then is that when alcohol starts to feel better, it is often because the body is losing its ability to protect itself. Inside me, the warning systems were already being shut down. My coordination weakened, my thinking slowed, my sense of control slipped, and I did not realize it. From the outside, I probably still looked like I was just celebrating, just another person enjoying their birthday, but on the inside, my body was entering a medical emergency. Alcohol poison does not announce itself, it unfolds. Chapter 5, Between Life and Death. After that, I blacked out. There are no memories of what happened next. No pictures, no timeline, just a blank space where time disappeared. The only thing I know is what I was told later. My sister saw me walking up the hill toward the house, and I was not walking right. I was moving strangely, unsteady, already slipping in and out of consciousness. I was blacking out while still on my feet. This is one of the most dangerous stages of alcohol poisoning. The brain is shutting down its ability to form memories. The body is losing its ability to regulate itself, and the person experiencing it does not understand what is happening. I did not know how much danger I was in. I did not know how close I was to not waking up. The human body can only handle so much. That night, mine was passing its limit. So waking up, the next time I became aware of anything, I realized I was in a hospital. The room was quiet in a way that did not feel normal. The air felt heavy. My body felt wrong, weak, confused, and disconnected. And the first person I saw was my mom. In that moment, nothing else mattered. Not my birthday, not the celebrations, not drinking. Just the reality that I was still alive, and the woman who gave me life was standing there looking at me because she almost lost me. There are moments in my life that divide everything into before and after. That was mine. I did not remember how I got there. I did not remember what happened in between. All I know was that something had gone terribly wrong, and I had survived it. The aftermath. The doctors came into the room and told me the truth. They said I had alcohol poisoning. They said I almost died. There was no sugarcoating it, no soft version of the message, just facts. My body had taken in more alcohol than it could handle. My systems had begun to shut down. If help had not come when it did, I would not be here. Hearing those words is something that stays with you. I was not dealing with the hangover. I was not dealing with just too much to drink. I had survived a medical emergency that kills people every day. I could see on my mom's face the fear, the relief, the pain of realizing how close it was. In that moment, I understood something very clearly. My life had been given back to me. The lesson. After everything, I was left with 3 feelings that stayed with me: fear, thankfulness, and embarrassment. I was afraid because I finally understood how close I had come to losing my life, not in an abstract way, but in a real, physical, undeniable way. My body had reached a point where it could not protect itself anymore. I was thankful because I was still here, still breathing, still able to see my family, still given time I almost did not have. And I was embarrassed. Sorry. Embarrassed that a birthday celebration had turned into a hospital emergency. Embarrassed that my family had to see me like that. Embarrassed that something I thought was normal had almost taken everything from me. But that embarrassment almost became a teacher. It forced me to face the truth. Alcohol is not harmless, and the line between celebrating and dying can be thinner than anyone realizes it. Surviving changed the way I see my life. It changed what I am willing to risk. It changed what I believe about my own future. I did not walk away the same person who started that birthday. Choosing life. Life can take a turn in an instant. That's the truth I learned the hard way. When alcohol made an ordinary birthday celebration, almost my last day alive. One moment I was hanging out laughing, celebrating. The next I was in the hospital clinging to life without memory of how I got there. If there is one thing I want anyone reading this to understand is this. Drinking may feel harmless. It may feel casual, fun, or normal. But danger can appear quietly without warning in the middle of the night in a place you feel safe with people you trust. You do not have to hit rock bottom to face a life-threatening situation. You do not have to feel reckless. You just have to drink enough for your body to fail. And sometimes that moment comes faster than anyone expects. Surviving alcohol poison changed my life. It gave me a second chance, a chance to be more aware, more careful, and more alive. And that is why I share my story, not for sympathy, not for attention, but so that someone else might pause, think twice, and choose life. Because life can turn in an instant. And once it does, it may not turn back. So this is Drop the Mic, ending it on that note. Thank you.